Peace, y'all. It's your girl, Wendy Zizzo, here with Nappy Red and Kirk the Jerk. We are
Peace.
Academy 411.
Yo.
411. I know my fingers all messed up right now, but yo, how y'all doing this evening? We here. We want to bring y'all the 411 on whatever's going on in the world that we feel is relevant. Give you some solutions if possible, but overall, educational purposes only. So take what applies. If it don't, let it fly. And if you try it at home and something happens, it's on you. Okay. I'm just
That's a fact, though.
ahead of time.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
So how y'all doing? How y'all doing, gentlemen?
I'm doing
Happy
great.
New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. This is our first show of 2025.
Wow,
Yes,
we winning right now.
yes.
Woohoo! 2024.
We're on our anniversary soon too. We gotta figure that date out specifically.
Feels good,
But nah, it feels good. Like I'm just happy that we've been doing this, man. Like I really enjoy this, and we're getting good, good reviews. People out there responding, they loving us, they sharing, they commenting, they subscribing. And anybody that's watching right now, you could do that too.
Come on and subscribe to us. We on YouTube, we TikTok, Facebook. There's no excuse. Show us some love. We'll show you some love. And if you have a business you're trying to put out there, we'd be happy to support your business. We'd be happy to advertise for you. Free marketing dollars. We're not big company yet, but we're going to get there. And we will be happy to show what you got to offer today.
Come listen. Like I said, we're Awareness Academy 411. So we giving people the 411 even on you. If you the one that's out there doing your thing and you just need some more exposure, here we are. So with that being said, let's start off with the sound off.
All right. First of the year. Man? First of the year. The sound off today is Sundown Towns. One of my listeners wanted me to talk about this for a little bit. The Sundown Town. The Sundown Towns started like in the 1900s. That's why we had Black Wall Street. And, Black Wall Street, it was a mixture of Black people together. So in the 1950s to the 1960s, when the Civil Rights movements came out, that's when the Sundown Town started lessening throughout America. But I just want to bring something to people because right now, today, is still sundown towns in different states. And that means if you Black person or you're a non-white person, you can't go to these towns and stay there after night, or you'll get harassed by the police. You'll get assaulted, and sometimes you get lynched in some of these towns and everything. And I was looking at a YouTube thing about the sundown towns, and and a couple people in 2023 and 2024 went to these towns, and they were scared because they had to get out of there. So I want to give people awareness on this. Like when you go to different states and you see a lot of Confederate flags and stuff like that, just be careful out there because sundown towns still exist.
Tennessee is one of them.
It's Tennessee,
Kansas, Oklahoma, all those states that nobody
Alabama.
goes to visit.
Alabama. Even in California got three towns that's sundown towns. So just be careful for basically this going out for the truckers too. Like some truckers got to go through some towns. Just do your research on the town and everything because it's a lot of missing people out there that went through some of those towns, and the police is not cooperating with nobody, so they part of the problem too out there. So
absolutely, I want to say like, okay, we're in 2025 now. Like, how is this still happening? But realistically, we only 50 years away from civil rights movement, right?
That's
so
true.
Most of these people, the people that was spitting at them little kids when they was going at Ruby, was it Ruby Bridges? When those people that was spitting at her when she was going to school, they still alive.
Yes.
Most of them are still alive, and their kids is still alive, and their grandkids is learning the same bull. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, people to be racist, honestly, it's a mental illness. And to a degree, I feel bad for y'all because y'all really think you the superior race. Like that shit boggles my mind of how ignorant you could really be. Like I've seen videos where they talk about, oh, we want to preserve our race. We want to preserve our dude. You are
we the human race. We all bleed. We all have the same organs in us. Some people are healthier than others. All depends on either your genetics or depend on how you eat growing up. So the whole thing is we the human race, and it's sickening that you still got people out here worried about what color your skin.
Yeah.
Because one thing's for certain, we don't choose the color of our skin coming to this world. And the crazy thing about it is that we get held accountable for how we look. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not how I treat you, because you can get treated by your own people, you get treated by other people. The problem that we got to do is we got to stop focusing on people on the race. We need to focus on how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? I'm more focused like, shoot, I'm more focused on how you treat me is how I'm going to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Screw all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
that irritates me. That takes getting to know people, but we talking about just all these racial biases that people
on the surface
have learned from society, from movies, from TV, all these different ideas is just put out, and it's like they just don't read. They don't want to look at history books. Most of these people are God fearing.
Yeah, but this dude said this, and it made sense. He said most of the people like in them sundown towns, they don't want to change. That's the whole thing. They don't want to change, so they go there.
They don't see a problem.
Yeah. So when the kids come up and the kids grow up, they are born into that. So that's the only thing they know. So it keeps going and keep going. Also, I just want to say, growing up in Staten Island, in Park Hill, we had a place called Rosebank. That was a sundown town that a lot of people don't understand.
I've heard about Rosebank.
You couldn't go to Rosebank.
I know about Rosebank
at a certain time.
Matter of fact, even we want to get serious. We talk about Princess Bay and all those places out there.
Yeah.
What? Oh my Lord!
Staten Island is still on their bull.
And they still on it. You know why I say that? Because somebody got hung, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago. That's not long ago.
Oh, at the school?
Somebody got hung.
At 51, they found somebody hanging. I remember that.
Like, come on. Like,
in
come on.
Schoolyard. Like, wow. Wow.
But also, I just want to say, us as Black people, we worry about the totally different stuff and then protecting ourselves and everything. Back then, when it was Black Wall Street, they was protecting themselves. They protect the village. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we got to get back on, teaching our kids and coming together as a unity to be one and everything. We got to bring Black Wall Street back. I hate to say it.
Now we have to bring it. Listen, at the end of the day, as long as we're disconnected, we're going to be disconnected. And real talk, people, especially Black people, are so focused on gender wars. Yes. Black women this, Black men that, Black women this, Black women. It's like, bro, these are you. This is you. Like, what do you like?
It's technology.
You're fighting with yourself at the end of the day. Like, at the like when you were saying how people have to come together and people have to focus on themselves. I see that. That's stupid.
Peace, T. Breesley. God bless you, yo. Salute, please follow us. Yes.
Salute.
Salute. But seriously, like the disconnect that we have on the outside is a direct reflection of the disconnect that we have on the inside. And we're so disconnected from ourselves and from nature. And, just that alone is profound on levels that people don't even comprehend. Like they look at nature and they just like, oh, that's nothing. And then they'll look at the Bible and be like, oh, that's something. Like, hold on a second. The Bible's literally made of nature. Like they literally took a tree and made it into a book. And you're going to tell me that book holds more weight than the tree that it came from. That don't make no damn sense.
Yeah. But that's what I said. We got to teach.
They're not ready. They're not ready. We're going to have to spoon fed that conversation.
We got to, because look, 2025.
We're a little advanced.
Look, 2025, we stepping up our game because we got to step it up because we're gonna be the species that's not gonna be here no more if we keep
doing
shit
up.
Yeah, we keep doing it. Like we gotta come together, stick together, and grow together.
Well, let me give people some tips on what you can do to start reconnecting with yourself and nature. Number one, go outside and stand in the grass barefoot. That you can start there. I mean, it's cold now, but they do have shoes that you can wear. Actually, I'll share the link up on the site for everybody. You can actually find shoes that's specifically made for grounding. They even have copper in the bottom, so you get that extra razzle dazzle from the ground. Like, even if you had a garden and you put a copper like a stick with copper wrapped around it, your stuff would grow better. Like all of your food will grow more because it's getting more energy because it's being pulled from. You think this is air you're breathing? Like
that sound like a line on the Matrix.
Oh, absolutely. Yo, that's one of my favorite lines in the whole movie.
He said, so anything is real is what you can feel and touch and smell, right? And
these are all brain. These are all different signals and such, that your brain is interpreting. But start grounding. You know what I mean? Like every now and again, go lean up against a tree. You don't got to look like a weirdo like I would, because I definitely would just be outside and hugging on a tree. But you could just stand up against a tree and just try to connect with it. Like just feel that energy. Like just look at it. A tree is the only thing on this planet that can pull against gravity. Like it's pulling water up from the roots. You know what I mean? Like this is defying gravity, and it's the hair of the planet in a sense. So it's like it's just energy just flowing constantly from the planet through a tree. And when you just connect with the tree, you'll feel some of that energy. Like it's real. Another thing that people can do to connect with themselves, meditate. Start meditating, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Like focus on your breath. Like count 5 in, hold it for 5 seconds, count 5 out. Like that's an easy and quick meditation. If you could focus on that, and if the thoughts start coming in, okay, start over.
What do you think? Now we got to switch gears because I realize we jumping way off. We forgot what we was talking about.
I'm just giving people tips on, like, I'm not going to say that, we so disconnected from ourselves, which makes us disconnect from each other. And I'm not going to give people the information, to just get them started on that path. But, back around to these sundown times, like, I mean, the only thing that we really can advise anybody is strap up and keep going. Like, don't stop.
How about if you have nothing, if you really don't have nothing to do, if that's where you choose to live at, how about you need to just stay in your home? Simple as that. If that's where you choose to live. If that's where you choose to live, because I don't need nobody trying to be brave and say, you know what, ain't nobody gonna stop me from blah blah blah. No, if you choose to live in those sundown areas, then you know what the deal is. You sign up for that. You don't need to put your life or your family life at risk because you want to be out there during those times when you know that you shouldn't be, only because that's the town you live in. Now, if it gets that bad, you move out because you're not going to be able to change everybody's heart. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to change everybody's heart.
The only way, honestly, it's funny when I think about it. The only way that we could get rid of sundown towns is if 500 to 1,000 Black people just move in all at once. Like a whole bunch of
it's too much niggers here. You know what? I'm getting the hell out of here.
Same time and just move in, and they all strapped. Like everybody's like militant, all that, and they just move in and just stay there.
I mean,
that'll get rid of them Sunday.
That's funny. But you know what it is too. What you gonna say, Red?
No, I was gonna say it's also, education. You know what I'm saying? You got to educate yourself on different stuff and stop being dumb. Like, it's a lot of technology out there, and a lot of people fall for that technology. Just like we got the lottery, people fall for that. Oh, I could get rich. But you make
I just played. Damn it! I played. I
play a couple dollars, but I'd rather invest my money in the stock market than the lottery. Like,
look, I even play, but I know people that get their Social Security and spend half of it on lottery. And
that's like, wild, though.
Like,
and you never see the old ass one.
And you know what's crazy? They do hit, right? They'll hit maybe like 10 grand or 20 grand. And that'll happen maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years. So they get that dopamine hit. They're like, oh yeah. And then you over here spending 20,000-30,000.
And I'm not trying to put a business out there, but this is a long time ago. My mom don't have that money no more, people. But my mom's hit a few times, and she took the whole family on vacation. This when I first had one of my sons was just born. We went on a flight. My son was the youngest kid. We all went to Florida. She took us all to Disney World. We turned it up, man.
Nice.
My mom's hit.
Well, that's
like, baby, we going to Disney World. I was like, what? Oh my God. I'm like a kid. I was a grown man then because I have my own kids.
Going to Disneyland. Yo, that is so cliche.
She paid for everybody. It's like 8 of us. She paid for all of us.
No, but that's mad cliche. Like you win a whole bunch of money out of nowhere. We're going to Disneyland.
Real talk. Like,
but at least you did it as a family. That's what it's all about.
Great memories. I think that was worth it.
As a family. Yeah. I'll do the same thing. Because my thing is, we got to teach our families. And plus, when I say family, I'm talking about a village of people. Like, stop saying, oh, that's not my problem. That's not my kid. That's not this. We got to stop doing that because sooner or later, it's going to be your problem sooner or later. So
it already is.
It already is our problem.
That's why these kids is the way they are now because they don't have a village to raise them.
Exactly.
You know, there's a difference between maintaining a child by providing their clothing, a roof over their head, and food in their stomach. That's maintenance. Raising a child is you actually becoming, connected with your child and communicating with your child, trying to understand what they love, what they're passionate about, and also helping them to navigate through their emotions. But one thing that bugs me out about people is especially people that are more so, they just get pregnant. They think that their kids supposed to know everything. Like
that's true.
They think the kids like from 0 to I'll even go to like 15. They think that they're supposed to know everything. And then when a child does exhibit some type of knowledge, oh, you think you grown? Oh, you think you know
exactly.
It's like, what are you what are you doing? Like you messing up you messing up their whole psyche with that. But these people were already messed up in the first place. So they're just sharing their lack of understanding to their kids at the same time. But man, listen.
I think
there's a lot of education we need in a lot of different spaces, and parenting is definitely one of them.
Only if they had a school for that, right? Instructions, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when I was 20, when I first had my first kid, I could have probably been a better person, you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is? That's life. And I'm not going to really talk crazy about it, but you know what it is? It's crazy because now I'm 43 years old, and I look back when I was in my 20s, like, you was a stupid ass. You wasn't that dumb, but you could have made a lot. Don't you wish you could just always look in hindsight before you make a move in life?
I was thinking that shit today.
You know what? If you do this, this is going to happen. We know this in the future, so don't do it. And you sit back like, I already looked at it. I already know if I do this step, it's going to happen. It's like playing a game of chess in advance for life.
Yo, listen, I was thinking that today. I was like, damn, if I've known then what I know now.
Exactly.
Damn.
God,
but I know that I was definitely not given the tools and the information and the guidance that I needed at a young age because it wasn't around. I was in the hood. Like, if anybody know West Brighton, Staten Island, West Brighton, I grew up around there. Well, in there, I should say. So, Staten Island, we have our parts, right?
That's a fact.
You could literally go down like 2 or 3 blocks, and then it's just beautiful. And then you go another 2 blocks over, and it just look crazy.
Shit look like a war zone and shit.
Hood shit.
You know what's funny? Go ahead. I find it amusing that how you got people from other boroughs thinking shit is sweet out here, and they get turned up. They come out here and they get turned on. They be like, yo, man, they turned on me. I thought everybody was against each other out here. I said, nah, not when you're outsider. You come out here, they're gonna team up and then once they get you, then they'll continue what they was doing before.
Well,
but
that and people just have this
you.
idea that Staten Island's whack, and I mean, if you like nature, you could enjoy coming out here. You know what I mean? Like,
we got mad beaches though.
We have trees,
popping.
We got wildlife out here. You know, but the clubs and stuff. I mean, somebody gonna get shot or stabbed at some point.
I ain't gonna hold you. You safer in a club in Brooklyn than you in Staten Island. Staten Island seem like it's so much unresolved issues with each other that once they get to the club, so there, I bet. Boom.
They'll see each other in the supermarket. They see each other picking up from school. They see each other walking around the neighborhood. As soon as they get in the club and they get some liquor in them, then all hell breaks loose.
Pop off.
That's why I said we could be some ignorant mother Folgers on Staten Island. You know why? Because we know damn well whether we got beef with each other, our kids go to school together.
That's what I'm saying.
Our wives or girlfriends commingle with each other, or they related to each other.
Everybody dealt with the same person.
But also I gotta say back then,
related to everybody.
Like when Park Hill, Stapleton, or West Brighton or Manus Harbor, when we across that water, we stick together. We fight together. And then
absolutely.
I don't care if I shot at you the other day, but we across the water now. Now we got to get it on. But soon when we get on Staten Island, we popping off.
Absolutely not. Listen, I've heard stories where people was out. One person from Staten Island, said something. Peace, son. And out of nowhere, it just became a brawl. Like, oh, them Staten Island niggas is crazy. Like, yeah, I've heard all types of drama. But speaking of the different boroughs, of the other boroughs, they are now about to charge tolls on the Manhattan Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, and the Williamsburg Bridge. And listen, I think it's bull. Like, the city's on some BS, but other boroughs, it's y'all time now. We've been having to pay to come home for my whole life. I shouldn't have to pay to come home. Okay, exactly. Staten Island has been dealing with the highest toll in the world.
Next to Chesapeake Bay Bridge, right? Chesapeake Bay Bridge is up there.
Like, join the party. Now y'all see how that shit feel. That you don't even want to leave your house because you gotta pay to come home.
How you gonna let y'all? I would check. How you like, my shorty live in Brooklyn, but I can't afford to see her right now. I'll holler at her next week. Like, baby, I love you.
Or you take PT.
The bridge is $20. It'd be like, can you cash at me $20 to get over the bridge?
or you got a chick that live on Staten Island, like you just dating her. She's like, let's go to Brooklyn. Let's go out to eat in Brooklyn.
Nah, why?
Brooklyn? How you be like, why I want to go to Brooklyn for? I want to go to Brooklyn. And you ain't telling her that, because of the tolls and all. You just saying you don't want to go to Brooklyn because you don't want to go to Brooklyn. But in reality, after you hit up all those tolls, forget about the mill. The tolls is gonna make you broke before you get to the mill.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's gonna be more people meeting on the Whitehall side of the ferry.
Park your car on this side and ride the ferry across.
And taking the ferry over because the ferry's free, right? So as long as the ferry's free, they're gonna
moment
you're gonna see more dates on the ferry.
It's free at the moment. They might change that. We've been on the island long enough to know when the ferry was 50 cents. Remember that back in the day?
I remember when that was. I remember it was a quarter. I remember when it was a quarter. Everybody hopped it because they closing the doors. Like, come on, like,
bunch out of here. I was like, and then how you got people from out of the country? They from Sweden and all those places getting paying to go on a ferry that's free.
That's because them hustlers on the Manhattan side,
but you be having the outfits on. They be having the uniforms on, like, hey, and they have a brochure in here, like, hey, listen, you trying to ride the Staten Island ferry? All right, you just paid me $5. I got tickets right here. It was serious. It was a serious game. It wasn't no corny operation. It was official.
More than $5.
No. I'm just, it was
a ticket, like,
and you got people on there. And you know what made it funny? This is the part that killed me. They actually had cats that would have everybody get on. Nobody know what's going on. They all getting on. And they actually giving them a tour. Say, this is the Statue of Liberty right here. Now we get on this side. So they pointing to stuff.
It is a tour though. Like, listen, when I was in Egypt, like, seeing some stuff that to the natives, they don't care. They're like, come see this. Come see. Right, but it's the same thing for people that's coming to Staten Island. Like, they don't know about this stuff. Like, all this stuff is like woo for them. You know what I mean? They going across on a big boat. Oh my God. This is where's the bathrooms? Oh, this is the front. Oh, this is dope. Like, we can stand outside and watch the birds and the like, imagine
that's crazy.
if the ferry looked the way it used to in the 90s. Like when there was the pigeons flying.
All over the place, shitting on your Frank.
Those were the days. Crazy. But now, but back in the day, though, in the 90s, I feel like the ferry was more popping back then because you had the Force MDs, you had more people performing on the ferry.
Oh yeah,
like there was, you had Shine. Anybody from Shine out know Shine?
Shine.
We lost 2 members of Force MD right now, right? We lost Tristan.
We lost a lot of them.
We lost. Okay, so it was Tristan. We lost. I remember Tristan. He was
cool. Mercury.
Mercury's family, man. That's my cousin.
What's the most recent one? The most recent one we lost
was Jesse.
Jesse, yeah, we just lost Jesse, yeah.
Jesse, and TCB. So 4 of them is 4 of them gone.
Now we got Jesse D. Oh man, Steve. What was the
Jesse, Mercury, Trisco, and
Trisco. That's what I was thinking of. Trisco,
TCB, and what's the other dude? The other first dude. Damn, I forgot his name. His name starts with a K. If anybody knows the one of the original ones that passed away too, I know it starts with a K something, and everything. He was part of the Force MDs, but like the entourage and everything. So it's a lot of them.
Nah, that was a lot. I remember. Well, Mercury was the first one to pass, and then TC passed.
No. Oh yeah, okay.
Mercury was first, because Mercury passed in the 90s, and then TC passed right after him.
Yeah, I think Mercury passed like in 95.
Yeah, 95.
And he was young too. He was like 30, 32.
Yeah.
Like he was still young, man. And then after him, TC passed. Then after TC, nobody passed for a little minute. Then who's it? Trisco was first. Then Jesse. Jesse was the last one. Yeah, I seen a video of Jesse the other day. Somebody had it because he used to always sing Michael Jackson songs and shit. And him in the street. Every time I would see him, he would just start singing me. He was like, "You're so beautiful." Like he was a nut. I miss Jesse.
K1. Matter of fact, somebody just texted me. His name was K1. He passed.
K1.
He was part of the Force, the Force MDs.
K1, okay.
Yeah, Lord, his name was Lord.
I still listen to Force MDs. Love is a House. What's why can't I think of the damn title right now? It's like I have the song on my head, but it's like right on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out.
Tender love.
There we go. Tender love. Yeah, man.
Hold up. One more other person. I got the Rock. You gotta Dr. Rock. Well, I think Dr. Rock was the first one that passed.
Dr. Rock. I thought it was only 4 members of Force MDs. I mean 5.
Dr.
5
Rock.
members.
They adopted new ones at some point.
Well, they was replacing.
Dr. Rock was with them from the beginning. He was a DJ.
Okay. He was outside rapping.
Dr. Rock.
Yeah, that's when they was outside rapping. Yeah. It was like the first rappers from the island, like low key.
Rap. They was the first rappers.
They was rapping in the 80s.
And plus R&B singers. They the ones started rapping R&B together and everything because they was doing it at Harlem World on Broadway International.
Yeah.
So
shout out to the Force MDs.
Shout out to the Force MDs.
Khalid, y'all the last living members, man. I mean, we have, of course, they brought in other members, but you guys are the original Dundadas.
Maybe we need to interview the last members and just give them their flowers too, man.
Love God, the original Force MCs, not the Force MDs. So they was the Force MCs first.
They was
the Force MCs. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, for
Nah, that's facts though. That's definitely fake. We got to get Love God on him, man. He need to stop playing.
Yeah, he be working.
He really be playing.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he's listening to us right now. Peace, love.
All right. Well, Love God, since you listening,
yes.
you need to hit us up so we could, arrange a day to get with you to get you on live because you got a lot of knowledge and we want to pick your brain. So yeah,
you are Staten Island. Like
word.
You know everything, so it's like hell yeah, man. I remember you when I was. I remember you too when I was a kid. When I was a shorty in Park Hill, growing up, a little snot-nosed kid. I remember you from back in the days. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I used to work out there. That's how I learned. I had met Love God when I
worked there. I did security. Security was fun though. You know what I'm saying? Until my man got beat up on a job because he argued with somebody. I told him, I said, listen, we don't need to be real security guards. We need to just sit here and get a check. He want to be a real security guard because he ain't from Park Hill. And I told him in the beginning, he got his butt kicked. He hopefully he ain't watching because I want him to feel salty about it. But it's just it's funny that how you get beat up at work. Like you're not gonna get me in a fight with you for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you want a hug? Come here, give me a hug. Come on. I'll hug you, but I ain't gonna fight you, man. Not when papers online. It's getting paid. I'm in the check cashing business. How can I cash a check if I'm in jail? You know what I'm saying? Like real.
So also in other news, we still got drones. There's still drones out there, people. They're out there. They're doing something good. That's all I'm gonna believe is that there's something good about them being out there. We don't know what it is, but we just gonna trust gonna be okay. Since now in 2025, it's about to get real interesting. Oh yeah, shout out to Jimmy Carter, passed away. He's the first president to reach 100 years old.
100 years.
And what's actually interesting is during inauguration now, the flag has to be at half staff for the next 30 days after a president passes, right? So now Trump ain't gonna get his flag at the top. It's gonna be half staff.
So people, I want to know what you guys think about the optimism of Donald Trump. I mean, it looking like President.
You mean President-elect Elon Musk?
Yeah, because he really is pushing. You know what it is? The question we have to ask is Trump more loyal to money or he's loyal to his base? And I guess we'll find out in the coming days.
We're gonna learn the next 4 years.
I know Trump likes to be popular, and I hope popularity of him being popular outweighs the money that he's getting. I don't know how that's gonna work. But
I don't know.
Elon Musk got plenty of money to give him. Whatever he wants,
he put in a lot of money because this dude is like taking lead right now. Like he's jumping in the driver's seat. Like this President Elon Musk that we dealing with right now.
He don't even know how. It's funny. He don't even know how to be a shadow government, man. Where he just stay in the background and let Trump and tell Trump. Yeah, exactly. I see it because he tweeted and then Trump tweeted after him. But all he had to do was, hey Trump, tank that bill. Don't pass that. No, he went out and said, no, that bill is not going to pass. He said it before before Trump did.
Trump actually talking about saving TikTok too. That's another one. He said he's going to try to save TikTok. We'll see what happens.
Well, here's the thing. TikTok, I don't know why they even attacking TikTok because TikTok is really, if you ask me, the freest space that you're gonna get is TikTok.
That's why they're
that you get to post any goddamn thing you could name. I post so much controversial stuff that I'm thinking is gonna get flagged. Some stuff get flagged because it's a little too extreme. I'm extremist sometimes with my posts, and then some stuff don't get flagged. And I'm like, yo, if it was Facebook and YouTube, flag like that. No ifs, ands, or buts.
That's what I'm saying. Like
a flag party, everybody invited.
Because people are able to share and connect so much valuable information. Like, I've learned more shit on TikTok in the last year than I learned. Like, I mean, you learn a lot off of YouTube too, but you got to go looking for stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, real talk.
You got to know what to type in, but TikTok is just that algorithm kick in and just all this information just coming up. You got people sharing mad info, including health and wellness. Like one thing I'm more appreciative of, maybe it's just because I'm in my own world seeing it and I don't know how to, the whole consensus of society is, but I feel like people are leaning more towards health and wellness, and I'm actually appreciating seeing that. But, there's still people online that make nasty. So not that many.
That's
what it is.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
I just want to send my condolences out to the people in New Orleans that lost family out there on New Year's.
Yeah,
New Year's
man,
Day.
that was crazy.
I definitely want to send my condolences to them family out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That's people are just interesting. Like that's crazy. Then one of a cyber truck blew up in front of a Trump. Now this is the crazy part. We don't know if the car malfunctioned and blew up, or if it was actually a terrorist attack. Like,
you got to ask yourself a question: what is the common denominator between a terrorist in New Orleans and the so-called terrorists and the Trump Plaza? I won't call them terrorists because I don't know.
MK Ultra doing this shit.
No, we don't even have to say that. If you notice, a lot of the terrorist attacks, and this has been documented, a lot of terrorist attacks is ex-military. Do you know that the person that blew up was special forces?
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, he was special forces. Then he went to National Guard afterwards. He was special forces before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so this is still allegedly, because they could just be putting out somebody's information and saying that's it.
That's been proven already. Yeah,
how fast they said in that cyber truck that the body was burned beyond recognition, and it happened 2 days ago. How the hell?
They did say that is a possible chance that it's not him in there. But I will say this, people, this is for entertainment purpose.
Entertainment purpose only. Listen, the woman, shout out to her too. My condolences to anybody that knew that woman that passed away on the train that got set on fire by the dude. So they just identified her like a couple days ago. So it was older. She was 61 years old. She was homeless. I think I forgot what they said.
Tom River.
Jersey. Yep. And she was homeless, and she was riding the trains, and she was always sleeping on the train. So that dude that did that to her, I don't know if he's seen her before or what, but that
How
was.
How about the other dude that pushed the dude in front of the train on Christmas?
That just happened like yesterday, right?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. But my point in saying that is, it took like 2 weeks almost for them to identify that woman. So there's no way that they're going to identify a burnt, crisp body in a vehicle in that amount of time. Like, no, I feel like we have to not take everything at face value. Like, you just got to wait it out and just see what happens. Cat Williams, I heard Cat Williams is about to be on Shannon Sharp soon, so let's see what the profit.
Cat Williams better be careful right now because everybody's on the edge. They might take that little midget out.
Listen, they might be able to take him out, but there's a lot of info he's already put out. So
he needs to start putting out. I'm looking forward to put out the white people's info because it seems like he just want to tear black people. Well, I don't care if we criminals. Everybody's criminals. All these people that's rich, a lot of them got criminal backgrounds. My problem is put out some of the white people. I dare you. You know why? Because you will never get that close to those views, and you'll never. First of all, they'll shut your ass down. He's not stupid. When he say that he's not scared of nothing, that's bullcrap. You know why? Because remember, out of every black person that's out there that's successful, is a white man behind them that got the check they signed it. I don't care what profession you in. It's always a hierarchy. As we already know who they are, and I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just being realistic. So the whole thing is you're gonna go after the puppets instead of the puppet master. That's the part that irritates me. Go after the puppet masters, then I'll give you your respect. Because right now, you don't get a respect from me until you go after the puppet masters.
Facts.
We know who they are. I know who they are. I research and see who pulling whose strings. I got chance. It's public knowledge. Who's behind Steve Harvey? Who's behind Kevin Hart? It's
most
public
of them got
knowledge.
that ish going.
Go
on.
after them.
I'm not gonna say the other part of it.
But I respect all those guys, and I respect what they do for the community. So don't get it twisted, guys. And I know y'all only working in the space.
Listen, there's good and bad in everything. So we got the good and we got the bad. It don't matter. Like at the end of the day, it's people, right? It's people, and they can masquerade in any costume they want, but you're still a person. You're still a human. Right. And then you got these wicked ass humans and then you got the good humans, and then you got the confused humans. So
look, you got the 85, you got the 10%, and you got the 5.
there we go. There we
Basically
go.
that.
There we go. Break it down, God. Absolutely. Today's math is understanding.
They said there's 5%. They said 5% of what is it? They said 5% of the people in the world know what's going on. They observe us, and then you got like 8% or 10% of the
10%.
people. 10% of the people.
No. 10% knows what's going on, but won't go the righteous route, and 85% of them are just dumb and blind.
Then the 5% are the ones that know and then spread the knowledge.
Speeches. Yeah.
Yes.
They're the ones that get canceled canceled in so many different ways, unalived. Since I'm on TikTok,
we on TikTok too.
We unalive. We gotta say unalive instead of kill. No, I'm joking. Don't flag me. I'm just playing TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
That was good.
Yo, they really made us change our words though. TikTok really made you change your words. They be like, you gotta, yo, son, they are that person. You gotta say they are that person. You can't even say the word no more.
Yeah, they
TikTok really don't play.
Huh? I said they essayed them and stuff. Like, and it's funny, like people that don't engage in TikTok and stuff, and then they hear it, then they think, oh, that's stupid. Like, why don't you engage in it a bit, and then you'll see it's not that stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
we're just trying to educate.
It's its own little world. It's its own little world. And I ain't gonna lie, my ass be on TikTok a lot. So
TikTok is entertaining. Don't tell me nobody say. Much respect to them. Please give me all the views on TikTok. Please give us all the views.
Word.
Like,
888.
Subscribe to us. We have nothing but a love.
So tell me this:
everybody.
Did the House Speaker get reelected?
Jasmine.
Did what?
Peace. Did the House Speaker get reelected?
Nope, he's crying right now.
No,
Mike Johnson is crying right now. You know why? Because Trump initially said, "Nah, I don't like the way he stands." You know, anybody that goes against Trump hate them for the moment. So Mike Johnson's probably crawling back to Trump right now, crying like, "Please let them,
please, I'll give you $10 million.
I'll give you." It's not even money Trump need for him because Mike Johnson don't really have it like that. It's just Trump wants loyalty from him. Like, yo, you gotta be loyal to me. And the minute you speak out against anything I do wrong or presume to do wrong, we got problems. That's the only reason why the Republicans, not Republicans, that's the reason why Trump supporters don't like Liz Cheney, and they don't like oh, he finally got it, right? So he negotiated.
He went.
Because the first one he didn't win. The first one he didn't win. So the second one. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Wow. Okay.
Was he the one that was against AOC?
Of course, he's a Trumper.
She solely should have won that, man.
Put it like this: Nancy Pelosi went against AOC as well, where AOC was her time to be
Nancy
up there.
Pelosi need to take her old ass. Listen, anybody over the age of 65 should not be working in Congress. Like,
that's a fact.
65 is like, that's it. You tapped out.
Or they should go through, take a test, a resilient test, because you know Bernie Sanders has all his mental faculties. And I hate to say it, Nancy Pelosi, when I hear her talk, as old as she is, sound resilient still. I'm not a fan of her.
She still comes from. She was one of those girls spitting at when they was integrating the high schools and shit.
Of course, she's remember. Look how old is she? She comes from the era. Joe Biden, all of them. Joe Biden was that guy too. Back in those days, it was, put it like this: anybody that's white in this country, that's around in their 70s, they most of them was racist.
Jane Elliott said it the best.
They most, and they couldn't. It was a social construct at that time. It was normal.
System, you're racist and you can't even help it. Like, straight up and down. I love Jane Elliott. That's my girl right there.
Yeah, Jane Elliott's good though.
Jane Elliott's for president.
She said, "Yo, why black people complain this and the third?" And she said, "All right, for this moment, you're gonna be considered black, and this is how we're gonna treat you." The girl couldn't handle it for like 5 seconds. For her being black for that 5 seconds. Said, well, this is what black people have to go through all the time. I love that what she said.
You're just coming after me because of the color of my eyes. Yeah. That's the whole point of the exercise. It's interesting. Like I've seen a lot of them.
Some of them is just plain dumb, Jane. That's what I call them.
Well,
even the man.
One of the realest things I seen Jane Elliott do. She was in a lecture, right, and the place was packed. It was mainly white people, right? She said, is everybody aware of what black people go through in America? And they raised their hand. And she was like, would you want to be black? And nobody raised their hand.
Yeah.
So
if we have it so good, then why do we want to raise their hand?
You're well aware of what's happening, but you don't. It's not happening to you, so you don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the whole air about it. Like, it's not you, so why would you care? So. I mean, but people are even being like that with the whole Palestine thing. Like, that's them over there. Like, no, that shit is just as foul.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're watching a modern day. I ain't gonna say it because we on TikTok, but y'all know the rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we watching a modern day history repeat itself. Put it that way.
Yes, indeed.
That's true.
And it's always a European, always them.
I don't know. I think maybe it's the pineal gland. It got calcified. It disconnected. Lack of melanin. And I don't know. I mean, they're obsessed with black anyway, because judges wear black. Why? Because they know black is powerful, right? When you go to graduation, usually what color is the gown? It's black, right? Because they know black is powerful. You know what I mean? Like, they emulate everything. Like, I was even looking through pictures from when I was in Egypt, right? And you just see, just the headdress alone that the pharaohs wore. Now they wear the wigs like that, the white wigs, right? Even if you look at pictures that they drew of Washington, and he's wearing the Masonic,
wig.
The outfit. And then if you look at the statues in Egypt, they're wearing the same stuff. This is a knockoff. They just took all the same stuff and rebranded it and rocked it like it's theirs.
So they like it because.
Well, that's how it is with black culture anyway. All they do is they take what we created, package it, and sell it back to us.
That's the real black culture. Because I mean, people are gonna be mad at me when I say this. The black culture that exists in America is the most toxic shit that we've ever experienced as black people in the world, in terms of society and just our culture. Like, if you go to other countries in Africa, there's a certain air about that culture that they have going on. Like, there's still a togetherness, you know what I mean? But here, it's toxic. We're
a society of individuals.
Yeah, it's because we're in this capitalistic society. It's just so toxic. Like I said before, we even against each other. Like, black men against black women. Black men are complaining. Like, I was watching some Dr. Umar Johnson, shout out to him, and he said, like, black men want to constantly keep complaining about black women and even try to hold them accountable for the men that they choose, but it's black men's fault. And guys, don't get mad at me when I say it. The fact that these dingbats exist that don't do what they supposed to do, that's on black men. Y'all are in charge of each other. Like, black men are in charge of all black men, boys. Like, that's supposed to be y'all job. And the fact that these deadbeats exist is because y'all let them exist.
But hold up, but I gotta come on this. I gotta come on that. But
they raise bodies women.
But look, no, social media only shows the bad part and everything. We got a lot of black men out there that take care of black kids, girls and boys.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
They're not going to show that. They're only going to show you the bad part, all the, you know what I'm saying, the argument and everything. And that's what I don't like about social media, because they put this narrow out that all men's complaining about girls. And you know what I'm saying? I know some black ladies out there that holds down the man and the kids and everything, but they don't get talked about. They don't get talked about.
No, you're right. There's definitely, we got these little pockets of situations that are actually doing what they supposed to be doing, but the larger majority is not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
I don't think so. I think it's a large majority. I think the large majority is doing it, but they're only dwelling on the little part of when.
All right, so I'm gonna challenge you on that one just a little bit. Just look at schools alone. Let's look at high school. Yeah. Just look at how the kids are acting in high school. You said it yourself that, and I see it too, that these kids are. Why? Because there's not enough of it going on. I'm not going to say that it's not happening, that there's not some Black people out there supporting the community, doing all that they possibly can. And I know a lot of them too. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Malcolm Penn, Malcolm and Penn, like, definitely shout out to them.
Shout
like,
out Malcolm Penn.
They're definitely doing their thing out here on Staten Island. But that's like 2 of them, 2, maybe 3 versus we need way more. Like, we need an army.
No. We got the Brother Sullivans. We got the K Woods Foundations. We got mad people out there that's doing it. But like I said,
that's what I'm saying. We just need more.
No. People only say the popular ones. Okay, Mike Penn and them, they doing what they doing, but it's about.
Now you're right about the Sullivans. You're right. I just don't have it on the tip of my head right now. So
but it's about 100 other people doing it because you got Meth Wife. She got a nonprofit. She's out there doing different stuff, but people don't see that or people don't talk about that. But
we are. We talk about it right now. Right now.
But a lot of people is under the radar doing different stuff. They don't want to be noticed. They don't want to be out there. But just like I said, social media is always about less. Like okay, my school. If they take 30 kids out of my school, that school will be number 1. It's not a large amount of them. It's only 30 kids.
30 disruptive.
It only takes one of that apple to swell a bunch, though. You know,
but that 30 is disrupt, and they loud, and they
need to be hugged. That's what they need. No, but I'm saying
no. Hold on.
Or choked.
They need an ass whipping.
They need hugs or choke.
Fuck all that hugs.
They do. They need to be taken out into the forest and taught how to survive in the forest. Like that'll whip your ass. No internet, no electricity. You know what I mean? Like no TV, no iPads. Go out into the forest and teach them how to actually survive. That shit will straighten.
That'd be a fight right there. That'd be a big fight. You have to beat them up.
Last year,
boy, you took my phone away.
I was mentoring 15 kids, right? Last year. Black, Mexican, white people too. So I told them to go in the bathroom for 1 hour with no phone, bring a magazine, and just sit in there for one hour. These kids went crazy. They said, "Oh, I can't do this for 1 hour." They went in and did it. They said it was boring, such and such and such. But how I flipped it on them, I said, "Okay, imagine you in jail doing 10 years. If you can't do an hour in the bathroom with nothing, how can you do 10 years?" And about 5 of them changed their whole life. They switched up. Check. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we need. We need people to really give them the real shit. Don't beat around the bush with the baby
Scared
shit.
Straight? Remember when they used to do Scared Straight and send the kids to prison and stuff?
But you know what's even crazy? My man was telling me how his shout out to him. I'm not gonna say his name just because I want to say his story. His uncle came home from prison. When his uncle was locked up, they had tokens. So he didn't know nothing about no Metro card and all this other stuff. It was all new to him. But then he was like, smartphones, cell phones, what is this stuff? Oh, they got pictures on their cameras. When he was locked up, remember, he was locked up like in the late 80s. So you talking about they had the big ass Nextel phones if you was fortunate. So he came out the whole new world. And the whole idea I'm trying to say is that for any of the kids that want to go to jail or think they can handle jail, think about you being locked up and you really, really disconnected from the world. That's the reason why you see some of these guys when they come home, they be trying to act the same way they act when it was like 20 years ago. Exactly. Like, bro, nah, you old nigga, act your age.
Yeah.
You know what's real though? And this is an interesting thing I'm gonna say. If you think about it, Malcolm X, before he became Malcolm X,
Malcolm Little,
he was out there being a knucklehead.
Yeah,
he went to jail. All he had was books, but he had guidance because he had the brotherhood in there, right?
Yeah.
All he had was books. and there was definitely no technology like we have now back then. But my point is that once he put his head in them books, that changed his perspective on himself and life. And a lot of these kids, they can't even tell time on a regular standard watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you're right.
I think they took cursive out of schools already. You know, now that they since they can't learn how to write cursive, they can't read it. So now they can't read the original Constitution. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
My point overall
they
is
dumbing them down.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if they could be put in a space where they're just time out from any type of technology for, like you said, an hour a day. Like
forget about it.
Take your kids off of their stuff for an hour a day. Like
they'll go crazy.
Let them. Give them books.
They gonna have to go. They just like dope fiends. When you don't give dope to a dope fiend, he go crazy. He sweats.
Well, they said electronic devices send a certain signals as them receiving some type of drug. When they play the game, it's giving them certain things in their body.
Hits. That's all that dopamine.
So you're getting the same hit. One might be something physical that you're getting a chemical put in your body, and the other one is coming from you playing a game, or you got some type of adrenaline rush by looking at a social media post, or you're interacting with your friends online.
It's an instant gratification dopamine.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
When my daughter was younger, I used to make her read a book, and she had to write me a book report. I used to make her because you ain't gonna get around reading the book. You have to make. I need a book report. You want to be able to go out with your friends. You want to be able to get your phone. You want to be able to get an allowance. I need a book report once a week, and I used to make her do that. And I mean, there's a lot of things she's still mad at me because I even stopped doing her hair when she hit a certain age. I said, you're gonna learn how to do your own hair, and now she's nice with it. But she's still, I think she still holds a grudge against me. Like, oh, you stopped doing my hair at this age. I'm like, yeah, well, like, how else was you gonna learn how to do your own hair? If I kept doing your hair, you would have never learned how to do your own hair.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you was teaching them, and that's the same thing I did with my daughter. I taught her the discreet shit, and she had to learn the book way.
Absolutely.
Too. So
people are just scared to like be disciplining their kids. Like you don't even have to hit them to discipline them. Lock them in a room and take all their shit away. Like that's not child abuse.
That's child abuse nowadays. Giving them time out in a corner is considered child abuse by their standards. They make it hard for you.
My mother.
Kids know what child welfare is. I'm gonna go child welfare.
My house was called Rikers Island because I was always on punishment. They was like, "Yo, Ray, you coming out?"
Yo,
like, man, listen, I can't come out. My mom ain't letting me out.
My friends stopped coming to get me. They stopped coming by because they already knew. Nah, she ain't coming out. She ain't coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I learned my lesson and everything, and that's the whole thing is. When these kids and everything, I know it's almost time, but look, these kids, they in their parents' conversation, they talk back to adults. That's where we all fucked up at. Like these kids act like they equal to adults, and we got to stop that. Like, get your ass in the room and get out my conversation, and you know what I'm saying. And beat their asses.
Only have them in the room for conversations when you're talking about finances and how to make money with your money and how to deal with taxes and rent and let them see what the bills are. Let them see the income numbers and how much is going out. That's the stuff you want to have your kids in the room for. Let them see real life. You know what I mean? And you know what's funny when you said about being on punishment, because I feel like my childhood punishment became my adult lifestyle. Like but, we gotta get out of here, everybody, and I hope everyone enjoyed today's show. Again, Awareness Academy 411. Please go on YouTube and subscribe, share, comment. And
Awareness Academy 411 YouTube.
Yeah, if you need an interview, if you need some exposure, holler at us. We'll set something up with you and make it do what it does. And as always, it was a pleasure, guys. I love doing this every week, and everything we said is educational purpose only, people. Educational purpose only. So again, I'm your girl Wendy Zizzo here with Kirk the Jerk and Nappy Red. We are Awareness Academy 411, Staten Island's hottest podcast. Holla at your girl.
We still gonna be on TikTok for a little bit longer, for like another 5 minutes.
Oh, we get to stay on longer.